because he feels a little too woozy to drive home. And the dog is supposed to come over and lick the wound.
Yeah.
You know, but they put some kind of syrup on it so the dog would come over and lick it. Instead, the dog grabbed the wig that he was wearing and pulled the wig off. And Dana's trying to hold it on. You know, he wanted to take it like a bone and go in the corner. You know,
how is this not? Like, I've never seen this sketch.
Oh, you got to look it up.
I've never seen this clip.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It's not like more.
I can't believe you don't know this one. You know everything.
The dog tried to pull his wig off.
He tried to, yeah. He wanted that syrupy stuff they put on there to look like blood.
It was like a Hitchcock movie. They just use syrup as blood. Yeah. And see, when I was on, Farley was the dog and always trying to get your wig to come off. Like, he would always go, "How about you, young fella?" Yeah. And he would get your wig completely crooked. And then you're on live TV going, "I need to fix my wig. Yeah. Otherwise, they're going to know it's a wig." Yeah. And then in your mind, like the things that go through your mind during a live sketch that have nothing to do with the real world, it is like the most encapsulated bizarreness. Like, oh, I got to fix my wig because it's crooked. And they're going to see my blonde hair under my black hair.
They'll know it's me.
And then, then in your mind you go, they know you're not a real Mexican peasant, you moron.
Right. That's right.
And then he would just keep doing it and doing it and doing it well.
But you know, it sounded like you didn't have a great experience there, but wasn't it a great time of your life, though, to be on that show?
It was, in hindsight. Here's the thing with me, how I come out on this. I have nothing but great things to say about everyone that was there. Lorne, everyone always has like these bizarre, like, the guy's the devil, like these crazy stories. Like Harry Shearer's very vocal, Julia Roberts was on the year before I was on. Julia Roberts was on. Julia Sweeney, and the people will, you know, talk about Lorne like this evil mastermind. But to me, he picked me. Out of thousands of people, he came to a comedy club and went, "Hey, I really like this Jay Mohr guy. Let's see how that goes." You know,
that's the worst impression I think you've ever done.
You never heard my Nick Nolte. Christ, Kevin, we're trying to do a podcast here.
I was trying on a suit for Weeds, the show I'm on, and
you are on Weeds.
Yeah,
they went to Mary Louise Parker.
Yeah, I went to a Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I went to a tailor in the Valley that does all these movie stars and stuff because they're making a custom-made suit for me, and he's pinning the back and he goes, "You have shoulders like Nick Cage."
Nice.
Which means kind of rounded.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
You don't have rounded shoulders. You've always been really good shape. You strike me as a guy like that. You don't get sick often, do you? Or do you have is it like twice a year you just get your sick and you just move along? Like,
no, I do get sick. I get colds. And I get a stomach virus or something. Sometimes, the last couple of years, around February, I get really tired.
Yeah.
And you ever get that where you just can't get off the couch? You can't get off the couch?
It's because it gets dark early and it starts messing with your head.
Maybe that's it.
Go to a tanning salon.
But anyway, I don't get sick a lot. I mean, but it's like, if I'm on the phone with somebody and they say they're getting a cold, automatically I get a cold like a week later.
Really?
Because they put it in my head somehow or I caught it over the phone.
Because I'm getting a cold right now.
Are you?
I'm getting a cold, very scratchy.
Yeah, you look like you're dragging a little bit.
Very scratchy throat. But come back to us.
When's your next road gig? Where are you
Head
going?
Wound Harry. He's the dog.
Where's your next?
My next road gig is Phoenix, Arizona. But I don't.
When? I'm going there this weekend.
I'm going there this weekend also.
Are you really?
Yeah, I think I'm doing a co-headline guy with some guy from
the Tempe Improv,
former SNL guy. I'm doing a co-headline gig at the Tempe Improv.
Are you?
With somebody named Kevin Nealon. Wait a minute. No, that's impossible.
I'm going.
No, my next when this airs, I'll be at the Cleveland Improv, Pittsburgh Improv, and Gotham in New York City.
Gotham. So you're working on the road quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I love it.
Did you go out for just Friday and Saturday?
You know what I'll do is my 8-year-old is at his mom's for 2 weeks, and then he's here for 2 weeks. So when he's at his mom's for 2 weeks, we do a 2-week loop. Like I'll do Wise Guys in Salt Lake City, and then I'll do like the Comedy Works in Denver and drive home. So I go out for.
You'll drive home?
I'll drive. Denver,
Colorado?
We drive. Yeah, we do a lot.
You don't
of
like to fly?
No, I love to fly. I sleep.
But why do you drive so much? Anything over 3 hours, I try to fly.
Because you can't really fly with a 38.
Oh.
And plus, everybody I meet that's older, like old, they'll be like, "I wish when I was younger I drove across the country." And now I have somebody that I love being with that's a perfect co-pilot car partner. And it's just great to like drive through Colorado with bitches.
So let me understand this. You will drive to Salt Lake City?
Yeah.
And you'll do that Wise Guys Club there. And then you'll drive to Colorado for the next weekend.
To Denver
from
at Comedy
there,
Works. Yeah.
to make it a trip, like a 2-week trip.
Yeah.
And what do you do on the off days?
Sleep.
And do you go with your wife?
Yeah, the wife and the baby.
And the baby.
Little flea circus.
Wow. That's awesome. You ever think about doing an RV trip like one summer and just
I do,
hitting
but
clubs?
I brought it up a lot, and I was thinking about touring Canada. And I got some pretty neat offers because I put it out there. I threw it out there on like Twitter. Like, I really would like to play Canada after I hosted the NHL
What's your
Awards.
Twitter address?
At jmoore37. What's yours?
At Kevin_Nealon.
Why the underscore, Kevin?
Because somebody took my name.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they couldn't get going on their own.
So your top 5 sketches, Head Wound Harry.
Who is she?
I love Head Wound Harry. Did you ever see a sketch called Head Wound Harry with Dana Carvey when he shows up at a party with a head wound, and at the end the dog tried to pull his wig off his head?
Why haven't you seen that?
I don't know why. And I don't know why I'm laughing like Bert Kreischer. I don't know why I'm Bert Kreischer. What
so
else?
you drive all to these.
Hold on, we got to go back because
you gotta let Saturday Night Live go.
No, that's what they want to hear about. And listen.
They do? Okay.
Head Wound Harry is going to go in my top 5. I got a feeling.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna
James
love
Brown Celebrity Hot Tub is
That
like
was
in
good.
another
Yeah.
dimension.
Yeah, that was good.
Like that.
Eddie Murphy's a great sketch player and singer, and he could do it all. He dances.
His girl wants to party all the time. He's got a problem. It's not, it sounds fun. But when you live with that girl, and
Can I just, as a personal question, can I ask you, did you enjoy doing that series Action? Because I thought that was perfect for you.
I loved it. I mean, it was the first time I was number 1 on the call sheet. It was the first time, like, I'm being serious.
I know.
It was the first time, like, I was the guy.
Yeah.
Like 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day. You're David Caruso.
How many years did that go?
Oh, it only went 8 episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was on for like 2 seasons or something.
No, we got kibosh quick. We were up against...
And why? Was it too expensive to do? Because it was doing well, right?
No one watched it.
What?
We were up against...
It's like Arrested Development.
We were up against Friends. That did much better than us. We were up against Friends, and it was a really bizarre time programming-wise because everybody was counter-programming the shit out of everybody else. So, like... WB, to counter-program Friends, did WWF Wrestling. Like, that's a huge, like, group of spillage from Friends. Like, so then what's left over? Charmed was counter-programming against WWF. So, like, these are 3 monster shows. You got witches.
Yeah.
You got wrestling.
But people really loved Action. A lot of people loved it.
But they didn't love it when it was happening.
Oh, really?
They loved it. It's like Altamont. When it was happening, it was kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Like, guys are getting stabbed. We're getting hit in the face with pool cues. But then when you look back, you go, I did get to see the Stones do Give Me Shelter off key. So Action was great. And, I mean, Buddy Hackett got to play my uncle in Bodyguard. And it was just one of those shows where you got to work every day. And I'm going to ask you a similar question about the statement.
I have one last question. What's your favorite baseball movie?
The Natural.
Really? You didn't think that was too hokey with the ball, slow motion, hitting the scoreboard?
It's supposed to be hokey. It's a fantasy.
What about Field of Dreams?
I hate Field of Dreams.
What about Bull Durham?
Bull Durham's fine.
What about The Pride of the Yankees, my friend?
Never saw it.
What? Get out of here.
Never saw Rudy.
You never
either.
saw Head Wound Harry or The Pride of the Yankees? With
You
Gary
never
Cooper?
saw Shane.
You never saw Shawshank Redemption?
Cunningham. You never saw Shane. Remember Fonzie would get nuts when he found out
Yeah.
people didn't see Shane?
Yeah. But I can't believe you never saw The Pride of the Yankees. That's a classic.
Action was great because you go to work every day and the words that you were able to say, even though you had all of them, were so brilliantly written by like Don Rio, Jimmy Vallely, and
Did Jimmy Valley write on that?
yeah, it was like this
He
great.
just floats around everywhere.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
because he's great.
a great
Like
writer.
as he should. But Chris Thompson and Rio, and like what I was able to say was just there. It was like the best thing you could possibly be handed every morning. and Hackett was just Hackett. He would be in 2 scenes a week, and every week we'd have like Keanu Reeves would come in and do a scene, and then or Sandra Bullock would come in and do a scene.
Sandra Bullock?
Oh, she was great. There was this.
What was she like? I've never met her. I've met almost everybody.
She's about 6 feet tall. She's a big dude.
No, really?
Yeah, she's tall.
I haven't met her or Julia. Julia Roberts, I think I met once. She was like on Saturday Night Live before.
What about Julia Childs?
Julia Childs slept with her.
That must be amazing. Kevin, I would like you.
I knew you'd go into that impression.
I was going to try.
Oh, that's another good sketch. Dan Aykroyd, Julia Childs. With the blender.
Amazing sketch. You know what? That's in my top 5.
There you go. You've run out of top 5s.
I know, but you've only given us 2, and but I find talent, Kevin Nealon.
I don't want to wait. I want to make sure that I get everything right.
But I like that all your top 5 sketches you're in. It says a lot about you.
It's like my favorite tweets are all mine.
Yeah, you're the silent assassin.
No, I love the Martin Short character. With the pointy hair and.
Ed Grimley.
Ed Grimley, yeah, I love that, and I love the talk show host he did.
Who?
Martin Short.
What talk show host?
The Merv Griffin /
the albino.
No,
that's in my top 5.
Grimley. No, Chickley. What's his name? You know what it is.
No, I don't.
Oh, come on.
Jiminy Glick. That wasn't on SNL. That was from the Martin Short
Still
show.
one of my top 5 favorite sketches from SNL.
This one that you borrowed from SCTV. What about when he was Jackie Robbins Jr.? He was the albino game show host. Whose
I don't remember that, but that's funny.
You don't remember that?
I didn't see
Jackie Robbins. You were on the show when he did it. Jackie Robbins Jr.
Martin Short?
$100,000 jackpot wad. And Jim Belushi played Captain Kangaroo. Mary Gross was a civilian. Billy Crystal was Sammy Davis Jr. And
I didn't really watch that much. Then.
Christopher Guest was his civilian, but he was a gay detective. It was like they threw this fucking curveball at you that the other civilian, like game shows, is like a celebrity with a civilian. But the civilian he had was Christopher Guest, but Christopher Guest somehow was like this very bizarre, like Borat type man who's a detective. And he's like very effeminate and gay. And Jackie Robbins Jr. would be like, "It says here you're a detective. Is that true?" And he goes, "Yes, I've been known to carry a piece." Like it was all too bizarre for words. And Jim Belushi has a tantrum as Captain Kangaroo and starts hitting Mary Gross. It just goes. You don't remember this sketch?
Pot then. I didn't watch.
They were totally
that
smoking grass constantly. Then.
Yeah, I didn't watch a lot back then. I don't. You know what I liked recently that was on maybe a year or two ago? It was Steve Martin in a taped thing. He was a football quarterback in college. It was like a retrospect. Leather helmet, but he I forget, he had a name that kind of symbolized what he did. He would carry a gun, and so when anybody got close to him, he'd shoot them.
Was it a sketch that they?
It was a little film piece that they did
on SNL.
Yeah,
is that in your top 5? No, because you're not.
I'm on the spot here. I really want to make sure I have my top 5, and go through them all and think what is good.
It could be amorphous, like you can just.
Can I change it like next week?
You can change it, whenever.
Okay.
Why don't you have a podcast? You don't want people in your house?
That just seems like a lot of work. I say that about everything now. It just seems like a lot of work. Even like going to movies. I think,
going to movies is a lot of work. And
because I'd like to see that film, but then I think, then I don't have to go there.
I got to park.
Yeah, you got to park.
But because being a comic, we get to see all the movies in our hotel room undisturbed, just hanging out with your wife, and you get to see like 3 days later with Russell Crowe or whatever it's called, and like no one's talking, there's no sound other than your breaths.
Yeah, but there's no like cheap popcorn either.
Well, you can probably call room service and order a pizza. I mean, I don't think if popcorn really makes the movie for you.
It's hard to see a movie now unless you're working, because you have a kid and you can't really go out and go see a movie. You got to be around.
I go on the road just to see movies.
When I'm working now is the only time I can rest, when nobody's bothering me. Or asking for things.
When you go out alone, how often did your wife go?
Alone? Not that often. If we go to Hawaii, if I got a gig in Hawaii, she's right there.
But Atlanta, she's like, the ATL, Hotlanta, I'll pass. Plus, you're going to shit out that video camera, and I don't want to be there and watch it flash. It freaks me out.
But, I haven't seen Bridesmaids yet. I heard it's great.
It's very funny. Kristen Wiig, to me, is one of the funniest people out there. I mean, I know, way to go out on a limb, JJ, with your predictions. It's like, let me tell you something. John F. Kennedy, in my opinion, was a very strong Democrat. Kristen Wiig's amazing in the movie. She's super funny. She's got a great scene where she's super drunk and on pills in first class. And
I saw that. That was one of the trailers.
oh my God, she's funny.
I like Melissa.